Oh yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Is Your Six Covered's nightly broadcast lately. I know Roger says, is it 10:30 yet? It is 10:30. It's 10:31 now. What's going on? We got the gun guys out there. We got Carcane. We have the other Tim Davis is back in action. Papa's Place. So appreciate you guys showing up. And we have Mr. X-String himself.
I'm in the room. Give me a few minutes.
All right, copy that. Let's see. So do this for now until it's ready. We got Andrew's here. What's going on, Andrew?
Gentlemen, how are you?
Good. How are you, my friend?
Tired. Long day. Good day.
Oh, today was or is that Monday? No, today was quote. Hold on. Shit, I can't remember. Quantico.
Yes, sir. Range 305 today.
Blowing some
fun.
shit up.
Well, we were throwing some lead down range. That's for sure. We had quite a crowd. It was a good day at the range.
That's
Excellent
cool.
day at the range.
How many people were there?
Max was 50 on the range. We had 50 online, 50 waiting. We had 100 people down there waiting to shoot. It was good.
Dang.
Yeah, it was quite
Awesome.
something. Yeah.
That's
It was
pretty cool.
like World War III down there. It was unbelievable. It's great.
It sounds like a noisy day. That's good. Scott Hoffman, 45 Auto Mano. What's going on? Keith Gregory Jackson and the K9 coach TV. Kathleen Music Lover. Shot my Timberwolf frame for a Glock. Kathleen loves them pistols. What's up, Casey Duncan? And Jer Bear Tactical. So it's been a good day. I wish I would have went out with X-Ring today, but I did not go, and hopefully I'll go one of these days soon. But those guys got to shoot the mile, which is
What was the real reason for you not going? You just weren't in it today.
I wasn't in it today. I really wasn't.
I called him this morning. I was like, "Hey man, we're getting ready to head out to the range. We'll swing by, pick you up. Meet over at the Cracker Barrel or something." He's like, "Oh, just getting out of bed." I was like, "Come on, dude, it's on your bucket list." Oh, it's like, all right, whatever.
I was kicking little pebbles on the ground, going, "Oh, I know, I really want to," but I didn't.
Yeah, no, it was a great day out there.
Hold on. Stand by.
We got your pal Matt.
Shoot today.
Yes, he did. I commented on that.
Best thing I heard all day.
65 yards. I think that's what he told me.
65 yards?
Got to.
65 yards is better than 6 yards, I guess. Skull, Jake H, Eric's out there. Otter, Vanessa, Kitty, man, everybody's coming in. Wayne, what's up, Wayne? Appreciate y'all showing up. All right, sorry to that was breaking news though. I had to let Jackson. The poor guy has been waiting months to go shoot his new Creedmoor, and he finally got to send some bullets downrange. So, heck yeah!
Nice.
So Andrew got to go shoot bullets today. Ray got to go shoot bullets today, and Rick didn't do nothing but drink sweet tea. I finally got to go to a restaurant today and sit down for the first time in a long time, and that was damn exciting.
Oh, that's the meanest thing you've ever said to me.
I did the exact same thing today. John and I stopped by our place and went by the Fuddruckers. It's like, dude, I've never eaten at Fuddruckers, and then we got it. He's like, that was a good burger.
Yeah, it's just good to sit down. No, I did this in North Carolina though, right?
Yeah. I tell you, it was a little different though, because in South Carolina, if you guys have ever been to a Fuddruckers, you go up, you order the hamburger, and then they call your name, and then you go to this big area where they got fresh lettuce and tomatoes and all this other stuff. No, it wasn't like that. You had to tell them what you wanted. They prepared it for you. And then instead of the fountain drinks, they had a guy there that would prepare it for you. And if you wanted a refill, he said, throw away your cup. I'll give you a new one. So I was
Fair enough.
That's cool.
Hey, that thing's got like 200 tables in it. There was like 5 in there. I mean, it was bad.
Here's the craziest part though. So it was Matt P, which he'll be here in a minute. He'll be pulling up. And then his wife and myself, we walked into this restaurant, and like we just break the threshold of the door, and they're like, "Okay, before you guys sit down, have any of you in the last 14 days been near anybody that's had coronavirus?" Like they're start rattling off all this shit, and I'm like, "Come on, no." And then he's like, "Okay, well, please be seated." I was like, "What the hell?"
Well, all in all, it sounds like today was a victory for everybody.
Yes, it was.
I did get to shoot yesterday though, so that was fun.
Yeah. I had a great time today. I really did. Had a great time. We had some of the Wounded Warriors came down, and a lot of guys were shooting on the range. We got to help them out, and it was a good day. Very good day on the range. So can't complain.
How long was the range? What was the distances you guys were shooting?
Range 305 is 450 yards, and I think range 1 was opened on the 1,000. I was shooting on range 305. We had 2 ranges open today at Quantico. We had 6 RSOs on duty, so we were good to go for the day.
Nice. That sounds like a damn good day.
Yeah, it was nice. A lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna go get that.
Yeah, you had a good day except for getting that Barrett sighted in, right?
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, all the indoor shooting I've done since I've had that gun's never been out on the range. And I just had a bear of a time chasing it around. You know, when you're shooting up close, you're up close.
Yeah.
You know, you could be dead on at 25, and when you take it out to 200, you have no idea where you're hitting. No idea. You're a foot and a half high.
Yeah, I hate chasing one down like that.
Yeah, and I made a major mistake. I didn't have a spotting scope with me today. It wasn't conducive to getting that done. But you know what? Everything else worked out really, really well. And the cheapest rifle that I own shot the best.
That's the way it usually works.
That's what happens.
I was texting with Ray here a minute ago. I got to tell you something. That Ruger AR-556, if you do a couple little things to that gun, you can't beat it. If you just want an AR-15 that you can take to the range, you can beat up, you can abuse, you can do whatever you want to this gun. It just eats it up.
Matt says hi. What's up? I guess his vocal cords don't work or something.
No, they work.
Okay, they work.
Kinda.
All right, good to hear. This is Matt P. You see him
Man.
on some videos with
He's over at
X-Ring
your
and myself.
house.
He's
What?
at the house.
I said, you're over at Ricky's place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Drinking. He ain't drinking coffee.
Water.
Skull wants to know who drinks more sweet tea, Rick or Uncle Si?
Rick.
That's what I put, but
Could be.
I don't know. I haven't hung out with Uncle Si, but man, I wish I could, because tell me that wouldn't be an interesting day for sure.
Matt Cross needs a spotting scope. Can you recommend one that's really spotty? You know, it's funny because Matt has experience with that scope as well. And a matter of fact, so does Rick. And the Bushnell that I have, you know, guys, I recommended that Bushnell Legend Tactical for the money. It is clear as, it is almost as clear as that Loophole Mark IV. If I had you just look through it and you didn't know the reticles, you would think it was the same. And Matt has used it quite a bit. He actually spotted at the last class that I taught, and it's great. Matt Cross has already went through 2, and they have dots on the inside. Like he said, it looks like overspray.
That's
So I don't know.
unbelievable. Yours is crystal clear. I mean, we used it at your DMM match.
Yeah, I must have got a Wednesday spotting scope or something. So, and he's not by himself. There was another gentleman that emailed me and told me that his had some spots in it as well. But you know, Matt even contacted Bushnell. They sent him another one, and same thing. I hate to hear that. I really do.
Yeah, it sucks because that one you have is, man, it's nice. I like it.
I left my spotting scope at home. Didn't have time for all that today, and I was helping out some other people, and I had a little bit of time to shoot, but I really wish I had my spotter with me today. Would have been very helpful.
Yeah, I hear you.
You cannot see 22 caliber bullet holes with 6 power at distance. You just can't do it.
No,
You cannot do it.
might as well put like those little post-it pins in the paper and try to find that.
Speaking of 22 caliber holes at distance,
Oh, cool. Tim got one at crystal
are,
clear.
are you kidding me that you hit a mile with a 77 grain Match King?
I
Kidding me?
absolutely did,
Wow.
and it was less than 10 rounds. So I went out there first thing, and just kind of like preface all of this. I texted John last night, and I said, "Hey man, we're thinking about going out to the mile range tomorrow. You want to go?" And I get no response. At 3:05 in the morning, he texts me and says, "Absolutely, tell me when and where." And I was like, "All right."
Boy.
And I was thinking that was odd that he would text me at 3:05. Well, he shot that match yesterday. He said he was so tired just being out in the sun all day, he crashed on the recliner and didn't wake up till like 3:05. And he's like, "I had to text you because I didn't want you leaving without me." So we get a time set up and everything, and then of course Rick doesn't want to go. So anyway, we leave. We get there at around 11 o'clock, and there was 2 other people shooting, and I break out the 6mm Creedmoor. Now, to be honest, I only had like 22 rounds loaded up because I'm waiting on the David Tubbs 115s to come in. I ordered those over a week ago, and they still haven't come in yet. So I was like, well, what the heck? I should be able to hit the mile within 20 shots. Or at least I was hoping. I didn't know what to expect. And so I go out there, I dial in 19 mils, like says sight. Well, if you've ever shot a mile, you're not going to see an impact if you hit the steel, okay? Unless it's a completely white steel, you're not going to be able to anyway. So they put magneto speed flashers on there that will flash when you hit it. It knows when it got hit by a bullet. And I shot it, and I was like, I don't see any splash. I said, you didn't see any flash, did you? And because I'm still trying to around.
Uh-oh.
And I said, and I shoot again. And he's like, I don't see it. I said, it's flashing. It's flashing right now. It's like the third shot.
He's lagging.
Try it again. Hard to see the lights flashing. So I put the roll out the 5.56, and it was less than 10 rounds. And I hit it. And I think we got a bad connection, don't we?
Yep.
You might want to disconnect and reconnect again.
That ain't gonna help. That ain't gonna help.
All right, got it. Got you back.
Whoa. See how fast he did that?
Mm-hmm.
That was
Wow.
ninja.
He's like the Flash.
He is. That's pretty bad. That's usually how he runs right there.
Yeah.
He's about that quick.
That's amazing. He was able to hit a mile with a 5.56. Anybody that can do that, that's insanity.
What did he shoot? Black Beauty?
Black Beauty, yeah. Yeah, that rifle's amazing. Plus, obviously Ray knows how to shoot. All right.
Maybe just a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah, for sure. Yeah, TV. No, that was totally my fault. I should have just said, hell with it, let's do it. And I didn't. But it's just down. It's about an hour and 20 minutes away, so it ain't that far. So I think it's once a month they do that or something like that now that everything's starting to open back up, hopefully. Yeah, 22 in the backyard with dead air mask. Nice, San Miguel. Let's see, Matt Cross. A lot of going on in here. Let's see, no picks. It didn't happen. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think it happened.
No, it did happen. Yeah.
That's insane. That's insane. A mile with a 223. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you'd almost think it's impossible, but
I don't think anything's impossible. I just think that that's somebody with an awful lot of skill got somewhat lucky. But I think he's got more than luck on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying?
yep. Yeah, he's back.
All right, I just came back in. What was this about luck?
Yeah, we're saying, well, everybody's saying that you don't have any video footage of it, so it didn't happen. So.
I stuck up for you.
Yeah, no, I had 5 witnesses is what I had. So
did you get them on video?
I actually have the Tacticam on the rifle when I shot it, and you hear you hear Mike saying, "Impact." You can't see it. There's no way to see the flashers at a mile. Looking through the scope, he's got a spotter looking at it, but I actually have that footage. But on another note, I had a chance to finally shoot a 300 PRC. Guy had a Christensen Arms out there. It was the Mesa Long Range, and I've had a lot of people ask me about the 300 PRC, and I've never fired a 300 PRC. The 6.5 PRC, yes, but not the 300. He said the price point was $1,400 on that thing. He said, "Have at it, shoot it." And it's a big cartridge. I mean, it looks like a 338 almost, a little smaller, not belted. And first shot, I shot at 1 mile, and they had no sight on it. Second shot, center impact. It was great. I was like, man, I appreciate it. It was really loud. Had a muzzle brake built into the barrel, and it was kind of a thin barrel, but it did well. I mean, I did a quick review of it. I haven't posted it up yet, but I was just trying to think of why you would need a 300 PRC. I guess because it's not a 338 Lapua, so you're not going to do extreme long range with it. I'm just thinking of the practical application of that. Why so many people are hot on that round. Anyone?
Nope. Is it a neck down 375 Ruger?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Why not?
With it. What's up, Brian Marks? Odamus?
What was the wind hold on that 6 Creedmoor today?
On the 6 Creed, now you got to remember, Matt, the wind was almost non-existent today, 3 to 5 miles an hour. Okay. I held 2 tenths left, and it was impact. Guess who else is shooting a 6mm?
Sexton is.
Yep, he switched over, and it was so funny because I said, "You're shooting that cheater round." He goes, "It's not a cheater when 80% of the PRS shooters." And I was like, I'm just giving you grief because one of the guys that was there happened to recognize me and watches the channel. He goes, "That's that cheater round." I said, "That's what Rick calls it."
Who was it? Was it someone that?
No, I don't know him. I don't know.
You famous. You just famous.
No, I'm not famous. Well, I mean, we got to remember. I mean, I did match direct down there. Some big matches. So
yeah, that's true.
It was a great day. We got there at 11, and we didn't leave until 4 o'clock. And I know John went through almost 80 rounds. He was having a great time. He hit the mile. He got his coin.
Shit, he's already at like 500 or 600 rounds now.
Oh yeah, he is loving it, man. He is doing well.
That barrel's going to be burnt out before mine is. I have not heard of this channel, Otter. 4AW.
Michael D says the 300 PRC, it's close to 338 Lapua ballistics and less recoil than 300 Win Mag, and it doesn't head space off of a freaking belt. Yeah, okay, so Michael D, I could definitely see that, and I asked the gentleman that owned it about it because he has the 338 as well, and he said, out to about a mile, that 300 PRC will hang with the 338. After that, it just starts dropping like a rock. So he said it just doesn't have what the 338 will have. But I could see somebody getting one, but I'm just trying to think of the long range application. Hunting I can kind of see, but recoil is very mild. Even in the video, it feels like a 30-06. It feels like an 06. So it was a pleasure to shoot.
What's up, Hidden Steel, California? Thanks for showing up. Can I only afford to shoot 22 long rifle?
Sounds like me.
So no 1 mile shots for me. 45 auto. You'd be surprised how far one of them goes. It says it goes 1.5 miles. Says right on the box. See, Kathleen is a rifle shooter. Look at that. She shot a 10-22, but it was just okay. Let's see. Well, that's cool. I'm glad he got to go out there and shoot that freaking mile. Got his coin, and trust me, right after I told you I didn't want to, I was like, man, I should have went.
Yeah, you should have. It was a good day because there wasn't many people out there, and we kind of had it to ourselves to goof off. So I took the time to just go ahead and confirm all the hits on that 6mm Creedmoor with the little ammo that I had. Just basically walking the targets out to 1,000, and yeah, it did really well. It really surprised me how well it did today.
It's amazing.
Were you shooting those 115s?
Yeah, I was shooting the 115 Hornadies, but and I haven't talked to you in a while, Matt, but I did order those David Tubbs. I got the black nitride and the non-coated, the rebated bullet, and I ordered 200 rounds Monday, and I'm still waiting.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Michael D says that he hand loads for that, and it will hang with a 338 further than that, and 1/3 the cost. I leave the 338 in the safe these days.
Like I said, I know nothing about that round. Thanks, James Whitley. I appreciate the comment. Definitely.
What did he say?
What to do against tyrants?
Yep.
He is informative. Late start. Do you ever sleep? Yeah, I sleep during the day. No.
Yeah. While we're at the range shooting.
No, I was awake. I did hear the phone vibrate the first time. And I'm like, what the hell is that?
What the hell?
What the hell?
Where did you guys eat tonight? I saw the picture of Matt with his beer.
Where were we at?
Brooks Tavern.
Brooks Tavern. Had me some boneless chicken wings and some Texas egg rolls. What are they called?
Buffalo chicken egg rolls.
Buffalo chicken egg rolls.
Texas egg rolls.
I don't know.
Buffalo chicken egg rolls.
Yeah, it's North Carolina.
Wow. All right. Fair enough. Whatever.
Oh, it was so funny. So I stopped at Sonic the other day with some coworkers, and I went to not with Rick, but I ended up getting some of those. You guys ever had some of those Cinna snacks? It's basically a little thing that's full of cinnamon, and you got cream cheese or whatever. Well, I get it. One of the guys was like, "Where'd you get the egg rolls?" And I was like, "Dude, that's racist. This is not an egg roll. It's like this is a Cinna snack."
Where'd you get the egg rolls?
That's exactly what he said.
Actually, I had a what the hell was that thing yesterday? Right, the lava cup.
Oh yeah, if you guys go to Domino's Pizza, they have these things called lava cakes.
Oh my god!
I can eat 4 of those. Rick had one. He was like, "Well,
God,
I can't handle it. I can't handle it." Like,
yeah, it comes with 2, and I'm like,
and I'm over there going, "You gonna eat that?
You gonna eat that
lava cake?"
Damn, they were good, and the lava was freaking lava. It was good shit. It was muy bueno.
You offend my people.
oh my god!
I love it, Eric.
Killing is killing, boy. That's right.
Oh my god!
I made a cheap man stuffed chicken breast.
Oh god! You guys are killing me. My wife and daughter, we went to Sonic for dinner last night. Both of them ordered milkshakes, and they both got food poisoning.
Oh,
Really?
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't drink milkshakes.
man, lava cakes and milk. I hear you, Matt. That does sound good, and I can't do milk.
Can't drink milk either. Not a good thing.
You need milk after you drink one of those.
You don't want to be around me after I've had milk.
Shit, I don't want to be around you anytime.
I drink
That's
that.
pretty much the truth.
Good Lord, somebody help me,
I have to drink that almond milk crap now.
All that carbonated beverage has got to build gas somewhere.
Yeah, it builds it somewhere south of the border.
Well, I think that this has devolved nicely.
Yeah, we got to have fun sometimes.
What's up, Florida Bearded Fisherman? Yeah, if we ain't screwing off on this channel, we are doing something wrong. This is where Life makes smiles, hopefully. They have pills for that, Tim Davis says.
Yeah. What was that? The something gas, no gas or something.
Lava farts. I like what Kathleen says. Call it lava farts.
Lava farts.
Nice.
One can of artichoke hearts, one can of
Beano. That's it. Beano.
Beano, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Sarge 930, thanks for showing up. Let's see, I had horrible food poisoning after eating at Red Lobster in El Paso. Red Lobster.
Damn, Eric, that does sound delicious.
What sounds good? I'm actually
cheesecake Oreo crust, peanut butter mixed through the filling and covered with fudge topping.
Oh
My
shit,
goodness.
That does sound good.
How the hell are you so skinny, Ray?
I have no damn idea.
Nobody can figure that one out.
I have no idea.
I am like a hummingbird. All right, I have
Apparently
to
so.
constantly.
Oh man, he eats so much shit. I drink a ton of this, but if I ate all the stuff he does, I'd be twice the size I am.
Oh my god.
My cheesecake. Bueno. You want smack? Florida bearded fisherman.
All right, so I was thinking when you sent me the invite, I wasn't sure if I was going to get on, but everybody got off the Netflix and everything else, so it'll be perfect. So I did the video of the red dot. And I think this will be a good topic because I want to hear.
No.
I had some people ask me why I did not center it dead center of the target. And I had some people ask, what spin drift and this, that, and the other. Okay, so with the scope, and I think Matt and everybody else will agree, Matt's done a lot of red dot shooting, okay? And with a scope, you do want a 0, 0, 0, where you're aiming is where you want it to go. But with a dot, you don't have any type of windage corrections or anything like that. So I always favor left of center because, and I even responded to one of the guys, I was like, well, 5.56, you're running a dot. How far are you going to shoot? Spin drift starts to come into play somewhere between 375, 400, depending on if it's a 69, if it's a 77, whatever. You're already having a tenth to deal with at 400, and 400 is a pretty easy shot with a dot. Now, when you get out to about 550, 600, you've already got 2/10 to contend with.
When you get
you're not going to notice being a half-inch left of center at 100 or 200 yards. It's going to hit what you're aiming at because you're not trying to shoot bug eyes out. You're just trying to hit a plate. So why not help yourself by going ahead and putting that basically a tenth or a slight left correction in it?
It's just smart.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think even Matt, you do that now based off of what I've always done, and it always works.
Yeah, with the aim point T1, I just favor when we zero at 200, just a little left.
Yep, and see, Matt and I actually go way back. Matt and I have known each other
10.
Love is in the air.
Yeah, about twice as long as I've known Rick. Mm-hmm. And, we've done a lot of shooting together, a lot of competitions together. Yeah, more than I even can recall, probably. And it's one of those things. It works.
No, I can't remember.
Neat trick.
What's up, +5?
What is up, +5? I'm trying to catch up with everything.
Florida bearded fisherman is going to shoot long range with a rail gun.
There is no long range with a rail gun.
So you'll the 6.5 PRC. I reviewed the proof. I've had a lot of rounds on the proof, but I haven't taken it out to the range. And it's the 6.5 PRC, and the recoil is very tame. It's a little more than the 6 Creedmoor, but I mean it's marginal. And the thing about it is I was shooting in an ultra lightweight platform. And so, I mean, I don't even notice if there is that much of a difference because it is with such a light rifle and that proof. Is this a shooting channel or a food channel?
It's everything channel.
I have restaurant. I have sit down restaurant envy right now.
It's a mile. Yeah, I think you just.
Sorry, I think you just coined a new thing there, Andrew. Restaurant envy.
It's true.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
It
got
was
to go
actually
in the door, sit down, hell, use the restroom. I was like, what the hell?
Oh,
It felt good. There's people sitting at the bar. There's probably about 15, 20 people in there. It was definitely weird, though.
It was.
Oh, and another thing, you don't get menus. They're pasted on the side of the wall. So, like, when you're sitting at your table, it's like here now. So they don't hand you
all right.
stuff anymore.
Okay, that's it. I'm opting out. I'm no longer participating in the nonsense. Crazy. It's craziness.
It's just crazy. Crazy talk.
Yeah, it is. Down here in my workshop, I've got all my junk laid out because I have got a boatload of guns to clean. Ugh.
That's the problem with bringing a bunch of guns.
There were some of the guys that came down from Walter Reed that didn't have anything with them, obviously, so we wanted to make sure that they had their own stuff to shoot. So everybody brought extra stuff.
Jerry Parker.
thanks, Jerry. I
Shooting,
appreciate
Ronnie.
it.
And I got your video link and I checked it out. We were talking about he actually sent me the a video of that puffer. No, the Magic Dragon plane. That thing is pretty sick. So now I know what you guys were talking about earlier. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Hey,
And now
Jake,
it's open to the public. Jake, what's going on?
Jake, this is a good question. So, the Clinton House is not open to the public. It's memberships only, with the exception of one day a month, they do a mile shoot. Now, they used to be, it was just a mile and that's all you could do. Today, when we were there, most people weren't shooting the mile. Most people were shooting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,000 yards. And then it skips all the way to a mile. There's nothing beyond 1,000 until you get to the 1760 target. The target is 24 inches wide by 48 tall. So it is a man target. A short man, but a man nonetheless. A short, fat man, but nonetheless, that's what it is. They do allow the public to come out on mile day, and it is a $75 fee, but it's all day. It's 9 to 4.
And you can shoot everything out to 1,000. I use the whole 1,000 range and the mile, right?
That's what they did today. I mean, we had the whole range to ourselves, and it was just myself, and it was a guy named Bill and Joe were out there, and that was it. There was no one else.
Yeah.
But that fee also covers a dedicated spotter. So he will spot for you. He'll give you your calls, everything else, and that's what he does.
Hand you the coin when you hit a mile.
Yeah, and he hands you the coin. If you hit the mile, he confirms it.
Yeah, that
Sounds like a great deal.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad. It really isn't.
Paid a lot more for a lot less.
Yeah, the 6.5 PRC definitely kicks more, but I wouldn't say a lot more. Definitely a whole lot more than 6mm. But 6.5 Creedmoor, and like I said, I don't know if it's fair because, you know, my 6.5, you're getting weight differences, and that's going to be a lot of difference in felt recoil.
Oh.
What y'all looking at? What the hell?
Us? Yeah. I was talking to my son.
Sorry, 45 Auto. He said, lay off the short fat man talk.
You're offending me now. Yeah, it's take down on the ARs fully and square the receiver faces and give them proper detailing. Somebody's getting ready to do some serious cleaning.
Ugh.
That's what you'll be doing, Andrew. You'll be cleaning some guns.
Oh, yeah. It's okay.
It's
Part of the game.
fun. I enjoy that too.
Well, you can come on over and you can do it.
Sounds good.
Larry Palmer asked, when is the next mile day? I don't know. You have to go onto the Clinton House Plantation's website, go to the menu and go to events or calendar, and it will be on there. They move it around. I do know on occasion they'll do 2 a month, but usually it's 1 a month. And it's definitely worth going, especially if you need to confirm your dope. And, you know, even John today, I told him, I said, look, I said, where we live, you know, we're 2,000 plus feet elevation, almost 3,000 feet. You know, you go down there, you're 800 feet of elevation, a lot changes. And he was like, I never thought about that. And I said, yeah, it does change quite a bit.
Yeah, it's warmer. It's definitely elevation's way down.
Did you
Air's thicker.
Did you get to true all your data from 7 to 1,000?
Yeah, I went ahead and did it all the way in, all the way out to 1,000.
Okay.
And yeah, at 1,000 yards, for example, at 1,000 yards today, I am 6.4 mils in that 6mm Creedmoor. In a 6.5 Creedmoor, you're going to be somewhere in the 7.8 to 8, somewhere in there this time of year.
Amazing.
It is. It is.
7, 8.
Very, very counterintuitive, but
No, at 1,000.
makes sense.
Creedmoor's like 6 something.
Yeah, because it's 700. I'm at 5.
6 1.
Yeah, Chris Smith, I have no experience with Athlon scopes. I know some friends that had them, like Athlon Argos or something like that. And those guys liked them. I mean, they did, but I have no experience with them, so I can't. You know what? I don't even know if I want to recommend anything from here on out after this Bushnell thing.
Yeah, no shit. It'll just come as bad.
Jeez, yeah, I really hate that.
Mackie joined Coleman's Creek. There you go, North Carolina.
Nice.
1760 coins, but steel spread everywhere.
Yeah, we were actually supposed to get up with, I'm not going to mention his name, but we were supposed to go out to LRB and shoot with him over at Coleman's Creek. We were actually supposed to do some videoing, but because it was Memorial Day weekend, it didn't work out. But, that's where they had that Bushnell match, and it's a good facility, and I know they just opened it to the public.
What was your dope on the mile for 223?
All of it.
It was, for me, hits, I was at 40 mils.
Oh my God.
So
40 mils.
Everything in your scope.
39 point. What's that?
You used everything in your scope plus the reticle?
Well, I had to max out my scope. Now, that one's got a Night Force Attacker 4-16 with a trimmer 3. And the max I can get with that is 20 mils. So I dialed in 20. And then I had to hold 20 in the reticle, which in order to get down to the 20, you have to have it zoomed out to about 8 power.
Yeah.
So, I mean, oh yeah, it was definitely tough. And it was fun though. I was holding 2 mils of wind.
Only 2 mils of wind at a mile.
Well, it was light today. Remember, it was only 3 to 5 miles an hour.
Yeah. Full value.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2
No.
mils.
It would switch up between kind of like quartering from like 11 o'clock, and then it would come at us. So it wasn't. I mean, I wouldn't even say it was 3 to 5. I'd say it was closer to 2 miles an hour. And so even at 2, I was holding 2 mils of wind to get the impacts.
Hey, Larry.
Oh,
Yeah,
so I missed this, but the other Tim Davis says he got his Bushnell Legend in, and it's perfect. So maybe there's no rhyme or reason. I hate that, but it is what it is.
Bushnell should make you salesman of the year.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I get nothing from that.
I know.
I know.
Anyone in North Carolina shot here before?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you say, Lucama? Never. I don't know where that's at.
Me the same. Don't know either.
Okay. So you shot at 45-degree angle. Eric says, yeah, basically.
Yeah, called in an airstrike.
That's right.
The bullet was probably going damn near straight down when it hit.
It was probably traveling at about 5 feet per second. I don't know, but I know it's possible. I have shot it. Yeah.
Maybe.
Black Hills 77.
You know it.
Good stuff.
Real good stuff.
Wake me up when Bryson makes a video.
That won't happen. I don't think he is.
I don't think his phone has a record button on it. Unfortunately. I wish he would. Be good for him. He does a lot of Instagram stuff, so that's where you got to catch him if you want to see him do something. I can't really get in that Instagram thing much.
Yeah, so for you guys, when we're watching, when I'm using the phone to do this chat, you cannot see comments. You either see the screen or you have to leave the screen. So I do miss a lot of the comments. Tim was saying I didn't have reading glasses on. I missed a comment. I did, because you got to flip back and forth. It's not like a computer.
Yeah. Let's see. Just curious because I've been looking. What did Larry Palmer buy? Where's it at? Where is it? I see it somewhere.
I'm going to have to look. Oh, wait.
Jeez.
He said the bear was behind me. He was right.
He's gonna get you. Actually, Ray got Elmo was messing with Ray yesterday, picking on him.
No, what I'm constantly flipping back and forth between the screen and the chats, but during that time you can miss them.
Yeah, I know you did that yesterday when we were screwing around on Rich's chat for a minute, and he's swiping around. All of a sudden, he's like, we couldn't figure out anything on it. It tracks well, but it's blurry. Oh, I think that's the Athlon scope. Maybe, I don't know. So what else going on? Anything exciting, Andrew? Besides, you're just jealous that we got to eat in a restaurant today. But
I have
anything,
restaurant envy.
restaurant envy. I hear you.
No, we had a good day today. I mean, it's been a tough couple weeks at work. You know, and it's tough here where we live. Nothing's open, and it's just
Sucks.
it's tough. People are weird. People are getting really strange. So
Actually, Ray and I were cruising around yesterday, and everybody's out and about now, and it kind of sucks. All the traffic. It's like, damn it, everybody's back.
yeah, I can't wait for my real commute. The one exciting thing that from today was I was talking the other night. We were talking about the SIG 320 and how I got one and never really liked it. And I ordered the Wilson Combat grip frame for it. And since, you guys like to talk about guns a little bit sometimes, I got the grip frame right here. And if anybody's got a SIG 320 and they just aren't really in love with it, and they've tried the X5 grip series or the X grips and all that stuff, and it's not working for them, definitely want to check one of these out. One of these little bad boys right here from Wilson Combat. They're about $70.
Yeah, it looks like Wilson. It is.
Yeah.
It is a Wilson.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Got a good looking rail on it.
Well, it's got one more rail slot than the standard SIG.
It's got undercut a little more on the finger groove. Looks like
it's undercut quite a lot more here. And in the back, my camera's counterintuitive here, you get a lot deeper bite up into the gun. Your hand fills your hand a lot higher. You get a much higher grip on the gun, right? And it's much more comfortable. I will say one thing, the back strap checkering and the front strap are very aggressive pebbling. Other than that, it made a relatively unshootable or unpleasant gun for me. It made it much more pleasant. Jackson, I am in Maryland. Made the 320 and actually a very shootable gun. And you couple that with the flat trigger from SIG, it's a much better gun. Much better handgun. Really enjoyed it. So that's big news from me. That's it. That's all I got.
You like that trigger?
I do. Something different, but I do like it. Does it make me shoot the gun better? No, it just makes me like the trigger more. I like it. Now I like the gun. It's okay. I'm getting used to it. It's fine.
So the biggest bonus to having that is the better grip.
Yeah, my largest complaint about all the SIG handguns is they're real bore high, right? They sit real proud in your hand. This really, really drops it. I mean, it's probably minuscule, but the way that Wilson Combat took the time to study it, like we said before in the last chat, hindsight's 2020, right? They had the time to go through and do the human factors on that and really engineer it a lot more than SIG did. And you get a lot more beaver tail. You get a much higher grip on the gun. I think it's just a much more comfortable option, and it's got a flared well on it, and she's real slim in the grip. So when you bite down on this gun, the cone forces your hand up even higher. And when you grip this gun and you put a good grip onto it, it really sinks your hand right up into it. It's much better. Makes it much better.
Brian Duchesne is agreeing with you. 1,000% correct. What's up, Brian? I actually talked to him on the phone today.
Cool.
Let's see. Same thing goes for Glock and poly frames.
Okay, so Otter's got
a question. Question: 2 rifles, 308 Remington, 6.5 Creedmoor. Straight up in the air, 147 grain for the 165 and 167 for the 308. 90 degrees from horizontal. Which one will give you more impact on landing on your head?
I would say the 308, because now I could be wrong. Okay, so it doesn't matter the height that it goes. It's going to reach terminal velocity at some point.
Yeah.
And I think the more mass of the 308 being a 160 or whatever he said it weighed more than the 6.5 Creedmoor, it is going to have more impact on your head. Is that not correct?
That's absolutely correct.
That's called science.
Science. She blinded me with science.
Hey, you keep your facts to yourself.
That's right. Holy facts.
Okay. Here's a question. It'll either, some people will get upset, some people won't. Okay, so when you think of countries and you think of firearms, so you think of German-made firearms, oh, good quality, oh, they over-engineer everything. You think of like Swiss, and you think of the Mausers or whatever. Name a firearm that is of super high quality that is made in Japan.
Hawa.
Okay, that's the only one I can think of.
How the hell are you doing?
Wait a minute.
Doing? Okay.
Winchesters were made in Japan for a while, if I'm not mistaken. There are some Winchesters that were made there too.
So were Browning Satoris.
That's right.
Yep.
No one wants one that was in Japan. They're like, where was it made? Was it made in Japan, or is it a real one? Well, it was a real one. It was just made in Japan.
Like a real one?
Well, this makes up a interesting conversation. Rick and I had the pleasure. He is on the board right now. He knows who he is. We had the pleasure of reviewing a Howa 15 Bravo. And I haven't released it. I'll probably release it tomorrow. But we reviewed that rifle. Thoughts, impressions, Rick? What you thought about it without giving away the video or anything like that?
I did not like it as much as my Tika. I did not like the 90-degree throw lever. I completely hated that because it hit my brim of my hat every time I racked the slide. Was that a nice rifle for the price? Yes. Is there things I would change? Yes. Did the bipod completely suck ass? Yes.
But that's no reflection on Howa.
No, it's not.
Speaking of which, he said he is ordering an Atlas BT-46, and I said, awesome choice.
Yeah, you know what? It was really good though, especially for you guys out there that are maybe on the fence about buying a cheaper bipod. So this one was made by Caldwell, and you can pick those up pretty much at any local big sporting goods store for the most part for a really cheap price. But at the end of the day, it was a piece of shit. It was the worst bipod. It was like,
I'll second that.
It
was the
like,
worst bipod.
It was
the
everywhere.
cheap Chinese knockoffs that Rick bought at the gun show were better than
way
that
better.
bipod.
Way better bipod at the gun show than that thing. It was. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm trying to give you good.
We're being mean because he is watching, but he knows.
I'm not trying to be mean. He knows it. it was bad.
I'm laughing at you.
I mean, guys, when you see
Oh,
the video, the rifle,
Chinese
you could
bipod.
do this with it. You could literally do this
Bipod
with
right
it.
here, this Chinese bipod is 10 times better than that one.
Chinesium.
This is Chinesium. It was awesome magnesium compared to the other one. They might make better Caldwells. He might have got a Monday or a Friday one. Woo, that thing was horrible.
Well, I'll tell you what. I watched a kid on the range next to me. He was dinging a 4-inch steel circle at 400 yards with this Howa 1500 and 6.5 Creedmoor, and he was beating the crap out of that steel all morning with that rifle.
So for some of you that don't know, I've had some bad experiences with Howa. Okay, I've made it known. I've had experience, but one of them had to go back to the manufacturer twice. The Howa that I reviewed, the Howa 1500 Bravo. What that is, it was a 26-inch barrel, Cerakoted, heavy barrel, threaded 5/8 24. It has a KRG chassis that's a polymer, but has an aluminum, pretty much a whole aluminum block on the inside of it, going all the way to the end of the rail. The action was extremely smooth, 90-degree throw on it, and it comes with a sub MOA guarantee. Someone just commented a few minutes ago that and they couldn't get good groups with it.
Yeah, that was Hidden Steel, California.
When I got clean cold bore, the very first shot, I fired it. The next shot was over an inch away off to the side. So taking that out, the cold bore, the third shot was right beside the second shot. So I'm like, all right, well, it's on the user to know what his clean cold bore is or what his cold bore shot does. I've never seen a cold bore shot be that far away from the group. So I loaded up another 3 and away group. It measured a 0.7 at 100 yards. It was 0.68 away is what. But you got to include that bore. I mean, you just have to. And that thing was a mile left of where the groups were printing. And even when Rick did it and he reviewed it, did an okay group, but it was over 1 MOA. But taking into consideration that Caldwell seesaw of a bipod, the trigger being a little heavy from the factory, this rifle is full of sub groups.
What the hell did he say?
Hey, kid sitting next to me. He was beating up a 4-inch steel circle at 400 yards all morning with it.
That's good.
Just clobbering that thing.
I like things about the rifle. I like the weight of the rifle was nice and light. The recoil was really forgiving. You know, it felt like a heavy gun on the recoil. It didn't recoil that badly. The grip, I'm not used to that precision style grip that's straight up. Basically, you see them a lot on like the MPAs and stuff. I'm not a fan of those, but that's because I'm not used to those either. But the 90-degree throw, I don't think I'll ever own a rifle now that will have a 90-degree throw. I'll just buy the chassis that doesn't have one of those. But it was fun to shoot for sure. It looked beautiful. It was basically, I don't know what you call it, coyote brown and black. It was good looking.
Yeah, it was a good rifle. He ended up getting it for sub $900. And like I said, I was impressed with it. It did shoot sub MOA. The whole package is actually a really good price, really good economy. Got me thinking, and it's imported by Legacy Sports out of Reno, Nevada. And they're the ones that I think warranty it for the lifetime warranty. I think it's a great setup. I really do. But I finally found a Howa that actually shot decent groups. I was impressed with it.
Larry Palmer's asking about the Atlas bipod if it has if it'll do the traditional Harris style of mount, and I believe it does have the ability. You might have to buy the attachment.
You talking about a sling swivel attachment?
I would assume he is.
Yeah, most of the Harrises or most of the Atlases, actually all the Atlases I have just a, 1913 or Picatinny quick, like an ADM mount on them, except for one that's actually Matt had bought a Area 419 Arca Swiss adapter. I know that there's an adapter that you can put on the sling swivel stud to turn it into a Picatinny. Just make sure it fits right, because sometimes you can get some slop in it.
Otter wants to know what you're vaping, Andrew.
Oh, I forgot to get a video of this today, but a guy had a rifle today out at the range. It was the lightest AR I've ever picked up in my life. It weighed 3.2 pounds. It is made by Leadstar, and Leadstar is trying to do this super ultra lightweight. I mean, you talk about a pencil barrel. This made a pencil barrel look like a magic marker. Okay, it was the thinnest barrel I've ever seen in my life. Everything was carbon fiber on it, full skeletonized upper and lower. The guy hands it to me. I turn it on, and there is a 4-inch steel at 300 yards. I'm standing offhand. I got John Kreiderman. Boom, hit it first shot. I was like, holy crap. And then I shoot it again. I miss it. I hit it on the third shot. And I was like, how much does this cost? He said, it's $1,900, and they've really designed it for the guys that are doing run and gun. And in that application, I can see it. 3.2 pounds, guys. There are pistols that weigh more. My pistol weighs more than that.
Yeah, you know why. Yeah, but don't you think, especially running like a large base stage or something, you're just going to kill that barrel?
You don't do that in a run and gun. A run and gun is a couple shots here, take off running, couple shots here, take off running, and you're carrying pistol on AR. Man, that was, look, it's not my cup of tea, but it was the lightest AR ever.
You talking about what they do at the VOD? That style shooting?
Like tactical games type run and guns, they're very, very popular. There are certain restrictions on certain places that you shoot. Tactical games has their own thing on what kind of optic and this, that, and the other, what kind of muzzle brake. This one, I think, will conform to about everything as far as size, as far as, muzzle brake, all that other stuff. It actually had, if you guys remember the black hole weaponry, how they used to machine in the muzzle brake into the barrel itself, this one had a little 2-chamber brake machined into the barrel. It was something to see. For $1,900, it's a lot of money, but it was like holding a little Glock 43 in your hand.
What was it like to shoot?
That was the thing. He goes, I want you to shoot this mag. And I was like, I don't want to shoot the guy's rifle that much. But I shot it a couple. It kicks a little bit more because it is so light, but it's very manageable. Very manageable.
Would it have a 16-inch tube on it?
No, it was actually shorter than that. I think it was, because you got to remember that little muzzle brake was built into it. I think it was total length was probably 16, but it wasn't all barrel. Muzzle brake was machined into the end of it. And since
probably
it's all one piece.
Probably a 14.5 to the crown and then muzzle brake. That would be my guess.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I mean,
a cool rifle.
Look, I had somebody pick up my Barrett Rec 7 today, and they're like, oh, my God, that's a really light little gun. I've got the flyweight. And that's a really light little gun. They're like, why would you want such a light little gun? I said, well, this is a gun that you're going to carry a lot and shoot very little. So you want, ounces equal pounds, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Here's another piece of lightweight equipment for you to carry. Exactly.
What's up?
That's amazing.
What's
3 point what pounds?
3.2, and that was including the dot that he had on it.
That's insane.
I'm telling you, I don't even know if it's on. If somebody's got a computer there where they can look it up. If you go to Leadstar, Leadstar, and that's now owned by Palmetto State Armory. I think they bought them out.
Yeah.
Go on that website and see. I'd like, if somebody's got specifics on it, maybe Andrew, if you got access to a computer or something. But and this might have been a prototype. I have no idea, but I've never felt anything like that.
I'll check it. Hold on. Oh, if I can see.
Thoughts on the Chris Vector and 10mm or 45? What are your thoughts?
Oh.
45 is easier to find and cheaper, but
all right.
10mm bear hunting Who knows?
So you guys are going to get a kick out of this. You know, the past couple of weeks I've been wearing my glasses, right?
Yep.
Well, I've got some new contacts that take into account the stigmatism, and they're great. The problem is now I need a pair of cheaters to see the computer screen.
Yep. I hear
See
you.
what I can do.
I got my pair right here, matter of fact.
Lead Star Firearms.
Yeah.
I guess it's
You
firearm.
can probably find it in PSA, though.
I think it's two separate divisions, though. I don't think they.
They have a website.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have Matt's looking it up right now.
Got it.
Oh,
The Barrage.
the garage?
Yeah. Barrage.
All I can tell you, Andrew, is that the rear stock just came straight down. It was like it was a piece of carbon fiber, and it had a round handguard, and the barrel is super, super thin. The gas block had to be like a 0.25. I mean, it's that small.
Jeez.
Well, the barrel is 19.7 ounces. They've got light barrels. Oh, hello.
What does it say the overall length of that, or the overall weight of that is? I know he said it was $1,900.
Hold on one second. They make a number of different models. It's going to take a minute to get through it. Hold on.
Yeah, Matt's doing the same thing. He's like, hold on, there's like 10 different. You are correct. Columbia, South.
Yeah, they are outside of Columbia. I've actually met the owners before that got bought out by PSA.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, though.
Oh, here we go.
So basically the mag full weighs as much as the gun does. Pretty much.
There is nothing else you can skeletonize on that AR. I can tell you that.
Did they do better than that one company, though, for the on the bolt carrier group? Is the hole open there where for the
I don't know. I didn't compare it. That one that John likes was SoCal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know who that company is, but
snoring time over here. Have a good night, Otter. Appreciate you coming up, Otter.
Muzzle device. Weight 4.9 pounds on this one, on the Prime.
Yeah, no, definitely too heavy.
Too heavy at 4.9.
Whoop, that's wrong. Too heavy. No, this was definitely 3 pounds.
I gotcha.
Have you ever played around with the shot marker, you guys?
No.
I think I have one in the basement that I've never opened, unfortunately.
Yeah, we did shoot some pretty cool rounds. Do you remember they're basically tracer rounds, but not non-incendiary. Those are pretty badass.
Yeah, what was the name of the ammo we shot? And I don't have the video. You do.
4.9.
Yeah, I do have the video.
This thing is skeletonized to the bejeepers.
There's that stuff Sergio had brought over to try out.
You know what? I guarantee you that rifle is probably not on the website yet because the guy that had it actually works for Lead Star. I bet you it's a prototype. And I don't even know. I mean, he didn't say I couldn't talk about it, but I'm telling you, it's definitely 3 pounds.
Mike's got that gun, man.
Great. Yep. Thanks. Just what I need is another gun.
Just something that you can. Man, that's light.
If I was doing a running gun, that'd be the one I'd want. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Muzzle brake. You guys got any suggestions? I know I kind of wish Area 419's got one that is set up for the Thunder Beast suppressor as well, because I have the Thunder Beast one, so I can screw the can on. But I think if I was going to shoot which I'm not, but I plan on shooting one with Matt one of these days if he is a PRS match, and I'd like to try that Area 419 breakout.
I would recommend that one. Now, in Matt's defense, he had one, and it did affect the accuracy of the rifle. He called Area 419. They were like, no problem. They sent him out a new one before he even sent the old one back. and they made it right. So great on those guys for doing that. And I know those were some really good, top-notch guys to deal with.
And it tightened those groups up quite a bit.
Yeah, it was. There was something machined wrong with that one.
The coax was off.
Something.
Wasn't getting an even pressure ring around it. It was just off. Must have been.
Hey, Yule brings a really good point. So, answer, do you find, or Andrew, do you find skeleton? They get dirt in them from everywhere. So, yeah, for that to be marketed as a running gun, if that's what they're going to do, that would be best because most running guns are pretty muddy. Skeleton I don't think is a good thing to have because you get debris and dirt and everything. Oh man, don't tempt me.
Just a little lead.
Hey, look what I found, Rick.
And you're bad to put. What the hell?
What the hell? You left it at the house.
Where? Oh,
on the porch.
Does he like roll around town with like powdered iced tea mix everywhere? Is that what he does?
Well, I mean, I'm just as guilty with the Diet Coke, but no, he's insane with it.
That's funny.
it's a problem to have. That's right, Jack. It's a pizza party, matter of fact.
If Rick ever gets lost, just follow the cans of iced tea mix.
Well, I started doing this because these were getting expensive. I'd go to Ingles and buy them out, and then it's always good to have stuff on hand. So these are pretty mobile. There's water everywhere, so you can just restock.
Times are tough. Times are tough, baby. We have to take austerity measures. We're going to powdered iced tea.
That's right. Times are tough. Times are hard.
There's a pandemic on, don't you know? Damn it.
That's right. I'm still waiting for the zombies, though. Let me tell you.
Oh God, please bring the zombies already. Let's get this over with. Today was so much fun. Today was just a lot of fun. Real gratifying day.
Snorting tea powder. I'll hookers soon. Give me another week.
Yeah,
buddy.
Chris Smith, the one that I looked at, the one that I shot today, like I said, I probably should have videoed it because I think that's a prototype that's coming out. No way it was 5. Not even close.
I can't believe you didn't video it anyways. What's some of the rules I told you? Put it on video because you can always delete it.
I'll tell you what,
Go ahead, Andrew.
My Rec 7 flyweight weighs in at about 6 pounds even. Right around 6 pounds. 6'1". That thing is light. I can't imagine a 3-pound AR-15. That'd be fantastic.
I would love to just check one out.
I got it.
Sneak us on that.
No. That's all you need.
I'd like to just shoot one just to try it.
Well, you should have went today, and you could have.
Whoa!
Have you not shot them all before?
No, I haven't.
No.
It was on the bucket list.
What, you don't want to go? Rick's never shot his Tika past 700.
Nope.
What the hell?
That's exactly what I said.
Did you say what the hell?
He's using your weapon against you.
Damn it. Damn it.
Poor Tika.
Can you guys see the beautiful Tika on the wall there? Oh, yeah. I love
There are
that.
a few Tikas out on the range today.
Hey, Ryan, to answer your question, I would go with Starline, and then if you wanted to go a step above that, I would definitely look at the Lapua. It's hard to justify the Lapua, I know it, but with the Starline, you can order it with a small primer pocket, in either the 6mm, the 6.5 Creedmoor, you can get it with small primer or large primer. So yeah, look at Starline. I think it's good for the money.
I am not scared. Here's half the problem. As soon as I shoot the mile, guess what I'm going to want to shoot next? So if I hold off for a little while, exactly.
Miles.
What?
You don't have anything that's going to hit 2 miles.
If your 5.56 can go to a mile, my 6.5 Creedmoor can go to 2 miles.
That's
Nope.
a whole nother realm. Okay.
Nope. You're gonna have to stay with David Tubb for about a couple of months to figure that one out.
I'm willing to. What's up, Bad Billy 429? Ramsey Country's in the house. Ryan, what about case volume with Starline? Any issues? Starline works great. I love it. Fact is, those are all brand new, ready to go. Yeah.
Okay, so once again, I mean, he's opened up that can of worms. I'm going to go ahead and answer with mine. I have never ever measured with water checking internal volumes of cases. I can probably tell you that will never happen in my lifetime, because all the cases I get, whether it's Starline or Hornady or anything, I can print groups that are well enough to do what I need it to do. I'm not a bench press shooter. You know, I don't go to that step, so I can't answer the question. That might be one for Ramsey Country. If I know that he uses Starline, he's using some of the Atlas, Lapua, everything else. Maybe he's checked the volume, but I know he's a wealth of knowledge.
Oh, Chris just ordered one.
That's a whole nother level.
Hey, Chris, did you get the one with the conversion where you can basically screw on the can, but I think you actually take the brake portion off when you're running suppressed? If so, let me know how that works out for you, because I've been looking at those, but I would like to know. Damn it.
What does shoot 2 miles?
Ah,
Yeah. Yes.
what the hell?
Yeah, 2 miles. 330 will do it, but it's like the smallest acceptable target to shoot 2 miles. And that's according to a buddy of mine that does do those King of the 2 mile matches. He said that's almost like showing up undergunned.
What caliber?
338 Lapua.
Yeah.
That's like the smallest entry level. So
that's just the same thing as saying no one would shoot a mile with a 5.56.
Well, yeah, but come on. I mean, what are the chances?
I'm just saying. I'm
having
just
to get lucky. But you want to be, I mean, dude, that thing was transonic, like, 1,000 yards previous going towards the target, I mean, that thing was subsonic.
Even better. That's like the 700-yard shot.
Ray, did you give that bullet a pep talk before you pulled the trigger on it? Come on, little buddy. I know you've got it in you.
I was like, come on, you can do this. You can do this.
Anything's possible out of that Black Beauty rifle, honestly.
That Black Beauty rifle is pretty amazing. Hell, I could even hit a mile with it, probably.
Okay, so Drej MD says LMT MWS Custom 6.5 Creedmoor. I actually have a lot of experience with that. The exact same platform. I actually did a review on it. And I had 2 of them in 20-inch barrels. I ordered them with 24-inch barrels just because 6.5 Creedmoor, I think 24 is a really good length for it. By the time you end up throwing a freaking Ultra 7 on the end of it, now you got something that's even longer than that. So you end up with something about a 30-inch long package. But if you're used to bolt gun accuracy, you're going to be a little disappointed. I mean, it shoots well. It'll shoot about a minute, but you're not going to drive tacks with it. It's good enough. As a matter of fact, we used one of those. My partner and I, when I won the Snipers Unknown Challenge in 2018. Which, if you guys want a good video to watch, if you do a YouTube search for Snipers Unknown Challenge 2018, Roscoe Manufacturing had hired a media group to put that video together.
He rubbed it on a donut.
What's that? He rubbed it on his donut. That's a video. It kind of shows everything that you're doing, but one of the things you can't see is one of the stages they put MOA targets out, and that was when we realized that LMT was the wrong tool for the job. So, we didn't know going into it if we wanted to go a bolt gun and gas gun combination or go gas, and we chose gas, and it was good enough to win, but it wasn't the right combo.
Gas.
So Jackson's got a question here. I'm looking at the Area 419 Hellfire self-timing muzzle brake. Anyone know if they are easy to install? Okay, Jackson, here's what you do. Call up JP up in Minnesota and you get his double crush washer. They're like $3.25. They will save you about $1 million in headaches about timing anything. So there's no real huge timing issues when you're installing these things if you use the right crush washer. That's my experience. Ray, any input there?
Yeah, the one that Matt had ordered,
Super easy.
there was some kind of issue with that. Matt, I know you're back there. That we just couldn't get it to lock on, could we?
No, the first one, I think it was machined off. Something was wrong. And then when I got the replacement,
It was perfect. It was
yeah,
easy.
you screwed the collar on. You lined up your
Cone.
left to right hash marks, and you
Yep.
just push forward on it, and it was easy as that. I mean,
Yeah, and because I remember when he did that at the house, it just look like I say, everything can have a bad something. You know, it doesn't matter what company it is. Something bad can slip through the cracks. They made, and the first one was bad. The second one's spot on.
So this particular muzzle brake has got the timing. They've got it down to a science. I was speaking in more general terms when you're trying to time a muzzle device, but maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, so say what you were saying again because I missed it. I was thinking back to the 419.
The 419 is something I'm not terribly familiar with, but when I'm installing muzzle devices, and they're always just some of them can be just a cock to time. JP came out with a double crush washer.
Okay.
Have you seen that?
No, I'm not familiar with that, nor would I use it.
Fair enough.
No, and the reason is this: if I am putting something on, it's going to be something like a CB brake for the Thunderbeat can,
yep,
or something like a fast attach purifiers. I hate crush for those things, and the reason is when you're doing a lot of stuff work, those can start walking off. It just happens.
Yep, they can.
So if you've ever messed with any of the peel washers, the one that you actually heat up and you start peeling it, I reviewed that on one of my channels one time. That way you can get the actual torque you get on it, because barrel tension is everything. You start messing around and over torquing on your barrel threads, they break shots off. So I only use peel washers. I don't like crush washers. And crush washers like a one-time use technically. Once you get to that. So yeah, definitely look at those peel washers. That's I think the only way to go.
Well,
fair enough.
That area 419 brake, I think, is a true self-timing brake. It's not like some of the other ones where you go to tighten the collar down and the whole brake will rotate left or right. This one actually, you just snug it, you push it. You basically push the end of the muzzle brake back toward the buttstock, and it cinches everything down. There is no trying to line it up perfectly or crush washer or any of that stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, there's another one, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this company. It's called Control, Kahntrol. It's Control Solutions, and their logo looks like a stop sign that says "Stop the Recoil." There's a lot of guys that run those brakes, and they have a direct thread and they have a self-timing. I actually gave one to Sam to put on his PCR because I had won it on the prize table, and that thing was a bear. And the owner of the company, I actually saw him at a match. And he was like, "Well, did you read the directions?" And I was like, "It said just like plumber's tape on it or something." Because when you try to tighten it, every time you tried to tighten it, it moved the collar. And he was like, "You should have used plumber's tape on it or Teflon tape." And I was like, "You know what? No, thank you." We were having to get it where you loosen it a little and then tighten it more, loosen a little, tighten it more, to where it was kind of adjusting. And that was a pain in the butt.
Which one was that one, yours?
No, I don't have any of the Control brands.
Oh, that was saying
peel washer, PEEL, like you're peeling an orange or something.
Yeah.
Basically, it looks like a really fat washer. You don't have to heat it up, but if you take a lighter and you heat it just a little, you can take a razor blade and you can just start removing little sections of it. I think they're like, they must be like 64ths washers. I mean, they're so thin they'll cut you, but it's all one piece, and you'll put it on, and you'll realize how much you need to rotate it, and you'll just peel it off, and it works great. Yeah, exactly. +5. I'm not using Teflon tape.
No.
or
Ain't nobody
any
got time for
tape on that. That was my response.
Well, then if you're using Teflon tape, then you're truly gun plumbing. So
right.
you don't want to do that.
That's a fact. That would be fun to see, though.
What, gun plumbing?
I can't get a donut to make it to the range. It's gone before I get there. You ate
Yeah.
your target again, you dumbass.
Oh my God, how can you eat all that stuff?
Oh, he does it. He'll eat a bucket of M&Ms right in front of you, too. It's pretty
Oh my
crazy.
God.
Just add a bucket.
I look at a bucket of
Dragon B
M&Ms and I
saying,
gain 5 pounds.
Area 419 comes with a peel washer. That's cool. No video, Rick. Yeah, I was off there.
Yeah, +5. I did say gun plumbing.
John Plummer.
Use duck.
Oh, my uncle,
Engineering.
we had a giant plumber's wrench in the shop, and that's the best way to get off old Mauser barrels is you put a giant plumber's wrench onto them and a piece of rope, and you smack them with a hammer. That's the best way to do it.
Whatever works, right? Yeah, liquid Teflon tape, LOL, Jackson says.
Yeah.
Plumbing for muzzle brake is well-known technique, LOL. Adonis, get your head in the game, my friend. Breakers lined up as best return.
Gun plumbing. Oh my God.
There's a new oh, I got you. Let's see. Any of you guys use suppressor alignment rod or recommend them?
What's that?
Suppressor alignment rod. Shoeball Seki.
I have 2 of them, and I've used one once, and I've never used it again.
Can you tell us how that works, please?
Yeah, it's a steel rod that goes down your barrel to make sure you're not going to get a baffle strike. It looks like a steel rod, a straight steel rod that's the right diameter. And I was like, this is the biggest waste of money I've ever spent.
Wow. I have not seen that. If you need tape, just weld it on, Eric says. There you go, Matt. That's how it works.
Next time, you just use black Loctite, TIG welder, and a tube.
I guess if you're worried about it, we did come in contact with one rifle that was basically the threads were not perfect, and it was a 3-letter designator for a certain company, and it didn't work well. Actually, it didn't line up correctly with the suppressor.
There's a kid at the range.
But you could visually see it.
What?
You could visually see it.
Yeah. Hi, buddy. All right.
See you, Matt. So I have a good question to ask as soon as these guys come back.
No, it was Rylan. He's going to bed, so he wanted to say goodnight.
Oh, gotcha.
No, Matt's
All right, so
the AKV
this will be
question mark.
We'll start off with Rick first. What is something you do during a gun cleaning process that would make people cringe? Or something that, I mean, okay, so yeah, I mean, forget accepted practices or anything else. This is a question for all 4 of us.
Oh, I use this a lot.
What, do you threaten the gun?
I'm right there with you.
I use this quite a bit to clean my rifle, my Tika. You guys may ask, what the hell?
What the hell?
But you actually to get carbon off of the muzzle brake for the suppressor when you shoot a lot of suppressor, it's just best to grab the sharp, thin, scrapey tool like this beautiful Microtech knife and scrape the carbon off before you even get to using some type of solvent, because
or off the backside of the bolt.
Or off the backside of the bolt, Matt says. Yeah, so that would be something people go, what the hell? But that's the best way to get carbon off a muzzle brake.
All right, we're gonna hold off on Andrew because he stole mine. Okay, one of my things is I take a utility knife with a brand new blade on it. I scrape carbon off of my Thunder Beast CB brakes because it's so thick. You could hit that thing with a bronze brush for 4 days; it's not coming off. So I completely scrape that off. But I also use a utility razor knife to scrape the carbon off the backside of a bolt on an AR-15. I don't think that razor blade is going to dig into that steel. I've never had one to mar, and I just break it off because it just saves me a lot of time. That was going to be mine, but he kind of stole it. So now we'll go with Andrew.
Do the same thing. I use a razor blade on the backside to scrape the fouling off a DI gun. And to clean the gas blocks, I use a bronze brush on a drill. And I get in there and I use a 45 caliber bore brush to clean out the gas blocks on the Barrett and the POF. And usually, what'll really make people freak out is I usually take my shirt off when I do it. It's really bad. It's cringy. I get shit everywhere when they run the drill, and shit goes everywhere. It's just bad. It's cringy.
Nothing like a banana hammock and a freaking shirtless guy.
Get your fucking freak on, man. Do your thing. I don't know.
Bearded Fisherman, what's up? Thank you, sir.
Whatever blows your skirt up, boys. I don't know. Just
stick off his pants.
That's right.
Never shows below the waist. Get some more tea, Rick. Thank you, sir.
All right, Matt, what about you? What do you do?
Well,
what you do?
I don't know. I don't think I do anything that makes people cringe when I clean a gun. I think I try to help some friends out and parts fly when I go.
Oh, good God. Yes. That is a fact. I come in and Matt's like, he's like, well, what's going on? He's all, well, I took the buffer too.
Oh, no. So
shot everywhere.
Most of the AR platforms we run are, I'd say 95% of them are what, rifle length gas?
And almost all of them have JP silent capture sprays, except this one Rick did that Matt took apart.
None of them have the little retaining pin that holds the buffer and buffer spring. And all of our stuff, it's all out. So if you go to take that upper off, other than the JP, if it has any of that standard buffer spring, buffer combo, yeah, it goes flying, and so do parts. And yeah, it's a...
So he was at the house. He took one apart, and when he took the pins out, the spring went flying out. There were weights flying everywhere, and then the cap that holds the weight in, we couldn't find it. I mean, we all had flashlights crawling all over the floor looking for this little part.
Luckily, he found it. But yeah, we spent some time looking for some stupid part.
And that was the 6.5 Grendel that you just got, and you were itching to shoot, and we lose the one part we need.
Then I guess I got to change the stock.
Okay. Who was the first one that yelled, "Nobody moves"?
Might have been me.
Yeah.
Don't move.
All I know is these guys were looking down, looking around. I'm like, oh no. And Matt's like, yeah.
The X-Ring's basement was somewhat clean.
Yeah, luckily we had cleaned it the day before.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so Armand and Microtech, super cool and overpriced. I don't know if you watched the 5-part series that I did on the manufacturing of a Microtech knife. If you go to the Microtech Knives website, their YouTube channel, they actually have a YouTube channel. They don't have many subscribers, but I actually did a 5-part series on the making of a knife. You might think it's overpriced, but you would be amazed at how little margin there is in there. It's not what you think it is. I mean, there is a lot that goes into it. You would just have to watch that series. They don't just throw those together.
There's a lot of shit that goes into making those little machines.
Hell yeah.
There's a lot of shit that goes into making those machines. And then putting your name on it and standing behind it, that's expensive.
USA all the way. Adamas puts hand soap, that gritty hand soap. I actually thought about doing a video where I use sand to clean brass. Because if you think about it, it's abrasive, right?
Oh, Jesus, I'm cringing. Don't do that.
No, I want to do a video and just try it.
No.
Get some old, shitty-ass, ugly brass and just throw it like
I'm still angry at you, Rick. You don't even know about this. You know that video where we pull all that range brass off of the range and you use the tumbler?
Yeah.
I am digging rocks out of my steel pins. I tumbled all my Lapua brass. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I have gravel in my tumbler.
So that's why you got to use sand, Ray. So that.
Yeah, because that'll be good. That's really good. Brilliant idea.
So if you don't have steel pins, go ahead and try, some 1/2-inch gravel from your driveway.
Let's throw some steel wool in there, maybe a little bit, just whatever. It doesn't matter.
And some of it,
what could possibly go wrong?
Ceramic wax. Throw some of that McGuire ceramic wax in there, and some turtle wax. Might as well. What could go wrong? Exactly.
Clean brass with sand. Oh,
Hey, Ray. So that was just extra. That's just extra agitators and keep that soap bubble up. That's all.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you see Brian Duchesne's comment? He said he just put his Caldwell bipod on his Ruger RPR. The legs are different lengths. Oh, jeez.
Oh, shit. Well, you get what you get.
Holy crud.
Damn, that sucks.
Zinc BB worker.
That thing looks horrible, man. You could just sit there and rock this thing. It was pretty damn bad.
Talk about loading the bipod.
You try. What did I miss? San Miguel, you missed some fun.
Okay, here's a good question. Someone commented. I'm going to have all the viewers can comment on this. So I put the Lapua brass in the stainless rotary tumbler, all right, the rock polish or whatever, the Tumbler's tumbler. And everybody was like, I wouldn't use steel pins because it peens the case mouths. How long do you guys leave the brass in there? Because I haven't seen that on any of my brass. It peens the case mouths. That was the biggest comment. I mean, there was quite a few people that said that. And I guess it might put little dings on it. But, I always touch it on the inside-outside chamfer. And it's, if there's anything there, I wouldn't know about it anyway. Maybe Ramsey Country can chime in on this, but I haven't noticed that.
I've never seen that. I've never had anyone ever comment on that. It sounds like you've had quite a few.
What you're going to post-process that brass anyways.
Yeah.
You're just going to give it a quick flash with an inside-outside. So. You're going to use a VLD chamfer tool.
See, Ramsey Country says an hour and a half. I don't ever use wet stainless tumbling for more than about 30, 40 minutes. I mean, and it's like brand new. And, of course, that's with the Lemmy Shine and a little bit of Dawn and just very little of both. But, about 30 minutes.
I put it on 2 hours and go do something else. Come back and it's shiny.
Gotcha. Yeah, Yule Adams says 30 minutes. Ramsey Country says he's never seen any pinging. But, yeah, and it wasn't pinging. They were calling it peening, like a ball peen hammer.
Or like rolling the edge.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. I was like, I've never seen this. What are these guys doing?
Yeah, I run it for two hours most of the time, sometimes a little less, and sometimes even more if I just give it the twist and it ends up at 2.5, whatever. I don't care. As long as it's shiny when I'm done.
Yeah,
so Damas, hot water. I try to use very, very hot water. I just feel like it breaks that carbon up a little more, whether it does or not. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Jackson says he loves to hate on my videos. I mean, I want to know the truth. I don't want to put bad information out there. I would never knowingly do that, but I've never seen any peening. What better way to do it when you got a bunch of people on a chat, knowledgeable people. So, yeah.
Hey, a lot of stuff can happen when you're tumbling brass. I mean, they get dinged up.
Well, and this is a good point too. It depends on that. I guess if you had some, Bob gnarly freaking heavy pins in there, maybe, or maybe too much, something. But now I've never seen a problem with
it. Let's think about it. Let's think about this scientifically. How much water do you put in when you use a wet tumbler? Are you filling it so that there's no air in it? Or are you leaving a void of half of it? I mean, think about what that does in the agitation effect and how the cases are rolling around. I maybe that's a good topic for discussion. What do you guys do? I typically fill it almost all the way to the top, so I don't have a lot of air. Rick, what do you do?
I do probably, I would say 90% water, with everything else, brass and all. I put the brass in first. I put the pins in next. Or the pins are already in there from the last time. I'll throw the crap load of brass in there. I'll probably put some water in before I add the soaps and stuff, just so it doesn't, I feel like it mixes easier and faster. And then I fill it up basically almost all the way to the top.
Okay, so no air, really.
I think you froze
up. Yeah, go ahead.
Walnut.
And yeah, and close it and wait. Is there a way to remove the primer from a 6.5 Creedmoor small primer pocket brass without resizing? I think don't you have a Lee depriming?
Yeah. Just use a Lee decapping die, and it pops all of them out. It doesn't ever size. It doesn't do anything except pop the primer out. Lee decap works great.
When do you put? Then you put the pea gravel in right before you right before you close the lid off. That's what that extra 5%'s for.
Just get some shavings from the machine shop, Ray, and throw that in your tumbler.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see how that would work out. My primer pocket would be like this. I'd have hair coming out of it.
God.
Now a good, I don't know if it's a good topic, but Ray, how come you don't run a magnet after you run it through the tumbler? I guess you just pour it back in. That's what we ended up doing.
Yeah, I just pour it back in. So
that's why you
when I get done tumbling. Okay, so here's my process.
Magnetic.
A lot of people say you got to make sure you get all those pins out. Now, I will tell you, 6mm Creedmoor did challenge me a little more so than 6.5 Creedmoor. But when you're done with your tumbling, what I do is I'll drain that old nasty water out, and I will start flushing it with fresh water, dumping it out. I'm not losing any pins. I'm not losing any brass or anything like that. Then I will fill it about 3/4 waist full, and I'll pick up the brass. Now, remember, it is deprimed. I'll pick it up with the base up in the air. And then you just slosh it a couple of times, and all of your pins come out. All of them come out. I mean, you can literally shake it, and you can tell. If there's any in there, you'll hear a lot of pins jumping around in there. I will put that in another bin. I'll just continue to do that. Once I get done with all the brass, then I will scrub my hands in there, get it all clean, no more water, and I'll put it up for the next time. That's my process. So guys that are having a bunch of pins in their brass, I guess that hydraulic effect helps get them all out, because if you try to do it without it being in the water, they don't come out.
He's going to cut himself. I'm going to watch it.
I got a front row seat.
Don't get any splash on you. Ugh. That knife is frightening.
Isn't that cool looking?
I'll tell you what, those Microtechs are pretty cool.
If you like peening brass, smash that like button.
There you go.
If you like peening brass. That's funny.
Alumina tabular balls.
I have heard of
uses them to polish the end of the turbines.
Yep.
Yeah, and I guess depending on the size, because you can get some different size ones, they clean the primer pockets pretty well. I tell you what, if my brass is not, if it's all bolt gun stuff, it's not even dirty really. You can give it a wash with no pins, and half the time you're pretty damn good if you
put the comment up about those aluminum balls. If you can find it.
Brass balls.
Alumina balls.
Brian King.
Alumina tabular balls. Geez, and to polish the end bells of the power turbines they make. Yeah. A lot of industry uses alumina ceramic vibratory polishing. Most of your rifle companies will put receivers and parts in there with varying sizes of ceramic media, tumbling media. It's the size of the media that determines not what gets polished mostly, but what doesn't get polished. So yeah, they're used in industrial processes a lot, but they do remove a good deal of metal. You got to be a little bit careful about that. You got to be pretty pretty scientific about how you use them. We use them for some of the things that we do. You can get
Because
them.
I've never used those. Are they small enough to clean? Or no, are they small enough to clean the primer pockets?
I'm not sure that I would use them on something as small as brass, but they probably theoretically, I suppose, if you get a small enough size, it would work. They'd be really tiny, like number 7 shot. Very expensive, though. They'd be very expensive, and the shit would go all over the place.
I had to confirm this, but whether you're running small or large, the primer pocket hole, the flash hole, is the same size as far as I know.
No, it's a little smaller. No, it's on the Lapua brass. It is a little smaller because on my lead decapping die, I can't do the stroke like I would on a 6.5 Creedmoor. I have to stop it short, but it's enough to pop the pin out. If you continue to push, it'll almost seize the decapping pin as it's pushing the primer out. So I don't know if that's something unique with Lapua or whatever, but it is a little smaller.
Okay, yeah, because I'm looking at these ones. And
depends on the brand.
The same, yeah. I wanted to answer that for Larry to make sure, because he had started off with that other question as well.
Pretty similar size, but they can be different.
And all I has was
Abigail Blade HQ is an authorized Microtech knives dealer. Always go onto the Microtech knives website
find a dealer
to verify a dealer. Yes.
Never handled.
Speaking of which, I will be doing another giveaway very soon.
And mine will be coming around shortly. I think I got another 100 and something.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it since you and I were looking at it the other day, but I'm going to do a 30K sub giveaway. I just don't know how I'm going to do it. I used that random last time and it seemed to work well, but it's almost too random.
Too random.
I don't want to do a VR or anything like that. It's just I don't know. How do you do that? You want everybody to win one, but that's not going to happen.
Email everybody a picture.
He won't even let me do it. Dick.
I'll get mine the old-fashioned way. I'll pay greenbacks for it.
Bad Billy 429. We shall see. We shall see. The clone to the real one.
Yeah, thanks, Brian Duchesne. There is definitely a difference.
He's actually out of South Carolina. It's kind of down by Rob, actually.
Yes.
You know you've arrived when the Chinese start knocking off your stuff.
That's right.
They've been doing that for years.
That's the only way they survive, knocking off everybody's shit.
Yeah, that shit's coming to an end. Anyhow.
Whoever can shoot a golf ball.
Not a whole lot you can do, because Microtech fought that aggressively for years, to where they have an agreement signed with customs. Anything that comes in, and you have to conform. You can't have anything outsourced. Everything has to be made in the United States, which we do everything in house.
Yep.
Chinese kids could eat too. I've used that. But even so, it still comes into the country. Just by the boatloads, literally, and it's
crazy.
It'd be different if they didn't use the logos, but those were trademark logos that a company built its reputation on, and people get had and taken every day. Now, there's a lot to buy it because, hey, it looks like a Microtech, but it isn't. I get it, whatever. But the ones that have the actual logos and all that, that's just plain old theft.
Hey, listen, some of those Chinese knockoffs are getting so close. They're so good at doing it that authorized Rolex dealers are getting stung from time to time by a good Chinese clone of a Rolex. So it's bad.
Yes. Yep. Exactly.
Serious issue.
Matt, you're awfully quiet this evening.
I'm just learning.
You learned about fake knockoff Rolex?
Whatever.
I feel like I got.
It is. I know my internet's really sucking
Hey.
ass right now.
Question for you, X-Ray. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
When you guys go shoot
Yeah,
national,
I got.
are you shooting the 9mm Infinity?
He's shooting the.
No, I'm shooting 9mm. I got.
Okay.
The Akai. What load are you gonna work up for that?
I'm not. I'm shooting Defender. Your internet's. I'm not getting you guys.
Yeah, my internet's sucking. I got the wheels of death stirring up. I'm not sure why everybody. They should be in bed. Ray, shoot it. Yeah, we could do that. Actually, we could do that at VOD pretty well. Pretty easy, I think. We have to go pick the golf ball.
I think you.
Yeah, my internet sucks.
Oh. Level of exhaustion sucks.
That's all that fun shooting you had today.
Yeah, no sleep last night either.
I like the look and color of the scheme on the die rack on the Microtech website. Yeah,
Die racks are nice.
yeah, those are nice. Actually, they're all freaking nice. I'd love to have them all, but can't.
Yeah, I've got a die rack that I need to review. I shared it on the chat that one night, but I haven't gotten around to it.
Microtech makes a handsome knife.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, freaking so cool.
Yes, they do.
I was rewatching the. Do you remember that old program from 2001 with Kiefer Sutherland, 24? Do you remember that?
I love that show. It's good.
Yep. Microtech's 24. He carried them, and they've been. I think they've been in like, geez, Olympus, the John Wick movies. We do a lot of work with different movie companies.
Sure.
You know, they ask for them, we send them to them.
Sure. There was one scene where he had this guy in the back of a car, and the guy pulls a knife on him, and Jack Bauer takes it away from him. And says,
we had actions.
Lost you.
Internet.
Yeah, lost you there for a second.
Yeah.
It's going to. Is it me or it's got to be internet?
Must be North Carolina.
Are you losing Ray or are you losing me?
I'm losing both of you.
Everybody. Oh, y'all! Everybody's on the internet doing something right now. They're probably
Surfing porn on a Sunday night.
on YouTube. No one else. Most people are off today. Or tomorrow, I mean. I guess it is today, 12/18. Does Microtech use 3D printing in their manufacturing process? Can you hear me? Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Can you hear me?
Ray.
Oh, gotcha now. Let me see.
Does Microtech do any 3D printing?
No, I know I got the question. I'm just trying to make sure I can answer this. We are experimenting with some 3D stuff right now.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go find a kid on the internet.
Okay, hold
on.
Who has all my internet?
Okay, so we have been playing around with some 3D printing, but at the moment, nothing is 3D printed. Right now, we do everything in-house, everything CNC machine. There's one or two parts that we are messing around with parts. You know, you guys know all about that with 1911s and when all that came out with SIG and all that, and doing some, you know, MIM parts. And we're looking at some of those for some internals. But that's it. No 3D printing. We do have 3D printers though, and we're different options. If that makes sense. That's all I can say about that.
3D printing is incredibly expensive for any kind of production.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, we used to do that. The division of the company I used to work for and run, We had a bank of 3D printers. We did a lot of developmental work for RDEC, and it's great for prototyping. If you need to whip something up and you've got some numbers and you just want to prototype something up real fast and you don't care how much it costs because you got to have numbers.
Yep.
It's fine. But when you get into a production environment, you use those as your standards and your journals for going ahead and making production CNC parts. Generally speaking, it's just too expensive.
We've done some metal printing, printing.
I didn't get it figured out.
Nothing manufacturing process.
It got better when you walked away.
Oh, really? Electrifying. Must be that high def porn up there. I don't know what the hell's going on. 4K. I'm just kidding. Man, everybody's sleeping. I don't know what the hell's going on. Could be we could be getting 3-letter bamboozled by some high-ranking government officials or something.
You're on YouTube. You are on YouTube, aren't you?
What? No, I'm on StreamYard.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Brian Duchesne, there is a silencer company. They're doing 3D ink and L printing.
I'm going +5.
No doubt about it. We actually did some 3D printing on the suppressor initially in the beginning, and it just.
Thanks, sir. I don't think that's gonna work, but the one squirrel I got, actually, Matt and I saw him on the road today. Hey, there was out here. If you guys aren't familiar with North Carolina, probably maybe the other parts, but nope, I'm dying. It's kind of cool to see him, and then all of a sudden we saw his ass dead on the road, which kind of sucked. But
was it a white one?
Can't you kill the brown ones? I guess that sounds kind of racist. That's not what I meant. You guys still up, huh? What's up, Nick Knox from Korea? How you doing?
Uh-oh. This is bad.
Matt Cross, thank you. This is bad. I've never had this problem before.
Oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what's up with the internet. We're at 2 hours almost, so
I got nothing.
So
I got you, Ray, but they are yep. Ray gone.
Ray gone. Okay. The lag is killing me, sir. Yeah, it's killing us too. The stupid thing keeps spinning. So we'll call it a night. Everybody was awesome saying hi to everybody out there, and I appreciate it. Matt P's in the house.
Quiet.
Yeah, you are quiet tonight. You're like Sam.
Drinking water.
Drinking water. That's the problem. You need a shot of whiskey or something. North Carolina's going down, Michael D says. I think you're right. So is your computer updating or virus scanning? I don't know.
Probably both.
Probably both at the same time.
All right, gentlemen. Have a good night.
Nice meeting you.
Y'all. Nice meeting you too, Matt. Bye-bye now.
Showing up.
Yep, thanks.
Yep, take care. DW, John Jeffries, Matt Cross. Odamus is out there. Abigail, Scott Hoffman, Eric, Michael D. Jackson, Bad Billy 429, Brian Duchesne, Fresh Fowler, Nick Knox, Car Kane, Matt Cross. +5. I think he left already. And Ramsey Country, John Townley, Fresh Fowler, and Scott Hoffman, Eric, Car Kane, the Canine Coach, how's it going? And Jake H, DW, the Redneck Prepper, Tony, what's going on? And Dragon D, hopefully I'm still live. Yep, bad. Learn. Okay, I think hopefully I got something in there. Jerry Parker, Chris Weinset, Sarge 930, and I think I got it. Mano and Orion Fixer, Eric Victor. You guys are all just having some fun, and my internet sucks, so I don't know what's going on. But have a good night. Stay safe.
Night, guys.
Take care. See you on the next one. And Michael D.